Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Cordamt. We are back for some more Pathfinder Kingmaker in Last Azlanti mode. In the previous episode, we recruited Mr. Jubilost Nathropol, or whatever his last name is. And before we go for the level ups, I'm actually just gonna give him some gear here, just so he's a little bit better prepared. We're gonna give him the Bombardier's Vest. This is the item we picked up from the Rat Nook Cave, or whatever the name is, the one where we nearly died with all those were-rats. This will give him a +2 on attack rolls with bombs and similar weapons, which is, his main source of damage. We are going to give him a headband of vast intelligence, and we are also gonna steal some stuff from Octavia, because she will no longer be coming with us. I am actually kind of sad about that, because she just reached a level where she can cast haste and slow. So it does make me a little bit sad. I actually considered if I wanted to bring her with me for a little while longer, but I think not. I think I will just keep going as I am with Mr. Jubilost, and we will use haste when we get it later on. So you can have the Boots of Mobility. I'm not sure if he's gonna be the better person for this, but for right now, he can just take them. And I also want the Belt of Dexterity. You can have the Kitten, and you can have this, why not? And that's pretty much it. He also comes with a Heavy Crossbow +1. This is what he will be using when he's not throwing bombs around, which, he's somewhat decent at doing. He also has precise shots, so it also works out for him. And we can actually begin by leveling him up. So it's going to be a very simple level up for Mr. Jubilost. We're going to give him a point in Alchemist. Like I said, I'm going to be keeping him pure. And on level 6, he gets Discovery. For Discovery, we could pick up different kinds of bombs, like a Choking Bomb or Tanglefoot Bomb, stuff like that. I'm actually going to give him Infusion. So like I mentioned in the previous episode, this will allow us this will allow Jubilost to cast personal types of buffs on allies. And that's going to be very nice for us. So we are going to give him... I'm not actually sure what I want to do here. Who has mobility? So Octavia is the one with the most of it. I could give you mobility. But then again, it's only a +4. Okay, so to start, you're gonna take Trickery, you're gonna take Stealth, Knowledge World, Perception, and I don't think I need any more Use Magic Device. So I'm just gonna give him 1 point in Athletics so he doesn't stay in the negative levels. I'm not really sure if it makes much of a difference. Sometimes I've seen, and I'm not really... qualified to be stating this or not, but it seems to me like when your character is at a negative value for his skills, he doesn't even have a chance to roll a saving throw against certain types of effects. I might be completely wrong. Somebody with better knowledge on this, correct me in the comments, but I do believe that I have had people webbed or in grease, and if they had mobility or athletics, I think, in the negatives, they didn't even get a chance to roll a saving throw. So I like to put them at least in the positives or at 0, if there's nowhere else that I really need the points. We're also going to pick up a new level 2 spell, and the ones I prefer are the ones that I cannot give my people in any other way. So I was thinking about False Life. We will be getting a better version of this later on, but this essentially will just give, well, in this case, any target, because of Infusion, a plus temporary hit points equal to 1d10 plus 1 per caster level, and it lasts for 1 hour per level. So it lasts for a very long time, and it's a nice buff to have. And we don't have to worry too much about spell selection for an alchemist, because he can also learn them from scrolls, which is also very, very handy. That's level up done. We can now also level up our main character here. We're gonna get our first point in Arcane Trickster. So level 6 is the start of Arcane Trickster. We are gonna give him... okay, going back. So when you pick an Arcane Trickster, you choose the Arcane spellcasting class that you want to continue your progression on. So if you had multiple, I think you would have to choose like between Sorcerer or Wizard. We only have Sorcerer as our spellcasting class, so Sorcerer is our choice. For more points here, I'm going to be giving points on Persuasion. This is going to be my main stat. And I guess I can give you Mobility. And same reasoning, just going to give him some Athletics. Mobility seems fine. I think we are good as we are like this. For Spell Specialization, I don't think I need to do anything different here. Let me just think for a bit. We're gonna keep using Magic Missile, I believe. I think it's the one that benefits us the most right now, and I don't have anything else that I want to use. We get an additional level 1 and level 2 spells for our choices. And for level 1, I am going to go for Shield, which will always be useful. And for level 2, I'm gonna go for Mirror Image. We've had some occasions already that the enemies like to go for our main character. This tends to happen more often than not. So I will go for a little bit of a defensive option here, instead of going for something like Burning Arc. We also get Ranged Legerdmain. This is from the Arcane Trickster. This essentially allows you to use Trickery at a range of 30 feet. It's actually quite cool because if you're trying to disarm a trap that might blow in your face if you fail, this way you are safe at doing so. However, it will increase the skill check DC by 5. There you are. We're gonna go for Miss Valerie here. So continuing on in the Bard selection. So for her, I think I can just give her Perception. It's always useful. Cordampine is taking care of those two. So I guess you can take one of each here. Should be fine. And for our level 2 spell, what am I going for here? Let me see. I could also go for Blur to have someone else capable of casting it. And yeah, I will do that. And later on, I'll probably take something like Sense Vitals for more damage out of her. But for right now, Blur is fine. Next up, I might as well also level Octavia, even though I'm not going to be using her. So again, if you were building her as a normal companion, this would be your likely spell progression. 1 point in Rogue, 4 points in Wizard, making sure you get Accomplished Sneak Attacker, and then you start putting points in Arcane Trickster. So similar to our main character. In this case, you pick Wizard. And given that Wizards have a faster spell progression than Sorcerers, we can actually get level 3 spells here. So if I were taking her with me in my party, I would do definitely this. I would always take Haste, definitely as soon as possible. And after that, it kind of depends on what you want. So you could go for Stinking Cloud for control, which is a very, very good option. You could go for Fireball if you want, you know, AoE damage, or you could go for Slow to kind of disable the opposition quite nicely. I actually like Slow a lot. She also has Spell Focus on Transmutation. It works well on her. I would pick something like this. Next up, we have a Meaty. I'm gonna continue giving her points in Inquisitor. So take these, take that, take this. This seems fine. As for the favorite enemy, I'm not exactly sure if I will be taking her with me for a specific section we're gonna have in the next few episodes. But in any case, if I do, I think that what's gonna be more beneficial for her right now is gonna be giant humanoids. And the reason for that is that this act is heavily has a decent quantity of enemies which are trolls, and trolls I believe are giant humanoids. So by giving her favorite enemy giant humanoids, she would get a +2 on weapon attack and damage rolls against those types of enemies, which is very, very useful. As for our level 2 spells, I'm actually gonna pick something here that might seem a little bit awkward, which is Invisibility. But the main reason for this is just because later on we are going to have a quest with a melee that needs to be a melee doing, and invisibility will help her out. I could also have a potion, but I think this works. Next up, Rigongar. Keep putting points in Magus until we reach level 7 for our medium armor proficiency. And this guy, I want him to be our athletics guy, so he can go all in like that. And for the Magus Arcana, we are gonna go for Enduring Blade. So whenever the Magus enchants his weapon using his arcane pool, he may spend 1 additional point from his arcane pool to increase the duration of the enchantment to 1 minute per Magus level. So currently our enchant arcane weapon only lasts for 1 minute, now it will last for 1 minute per level. It's just very, very handy. In terms of spells, my friend here I believe is going to get Effortless Armor. So what this does is, armor you wear no longer reduces your speed. You also reduce the armor's armor check penalty by 1 plus 1 per 5 caster levels up to a maximum of 5. I usually go this for just for the not getting a speed reduction. So Effortless Armor is over here. Nothing else in this section really benefits him a whole lot. Sure, I could give him some, some stat spells like Bull Strength, Cat's Grace, but I think I prefer to go for this just for the self-buffing purposes. So he's done. And that is all. I will just level up Mr. Harem here. I think he leveled up because of our event for it. I will keep pumping Wisdom. Done. How much experience did he get? They get like 1 level, it seems. Something of that sort. Okay, so you have pretty much what we have in terms of experience. Cool. And let's look at our spells now. So, you don't really matter because you're not going to come with us. Mine is Spontaneous. You already have all of your stuff. I have been forgetting to use this, haven't I? I certainly have. I will attribute this to me playing Pathfinder at the same time that I'm playing Rogue Trader. And I completely forgot that I had like level 3 spells on her. Let's pretend that never happened. So pretty much everybody is casting spontaneously with the exception of Mr. Jubilost. So what I want out of him is Cat's Grace would always be nice, but I definitely want Barkskin. And if I don't want to suffer with the bonded symbol on my cleric, what I'm going to be doing here is think about who's going to take what. So Barkskin is going to go for Valerie, Leopard, and quite possibly Rigongar. So I think I want 4. What would I give you instead of this? Protection from evil, probably. Or protection from alignment. I think so. That way I can take a remove paralysis on her as well, which could come in very handy. Okay. Now, in terms of shields, I would want to give shield at this point. Not really that many people. I could give it to Cordampina, 2 leopards, himself, that's 4. Okay, so 4. Remove all of these. Whoops. And let me think. I could use Expeditious Retreat. Also like on himself and my Sorcerer. Yep, because I don't have it, at least not yet. Or I could go for Reduce Person, which would also help out in him hitting. I think for right now I'll just do this. This is very handy for Jubilost because he moves very, very slowly. And that just helps out. So yeah, take 4 Barkskins here. We have a couple of shields. Everything is looking fine. Okay. So, spells are done. Level ups are done. Items are done. Does she have a cloak? No. You have a helmet? Yes. Alrighty. So, we are good to go. Any events? Let me check. Not really. I think what I'm gonna do is actually level up here. So, don't have a time limit. Yeah, no time limit. And Ancient Curse, we're still awaiting a report, so I can take this chance to actually rank up here. Let me just check if there's anything else I might be doing with my time. I don't want to pillage. He wants to build a shrine dedicated to Erastil on our lands, but at his own expense. Yeah, that's fine with me. So Jubilost can go. Trade agreement is very expensive. Okay, so let's just do this then. There we go. We have to wait the 14 days. And given the time has passed, we get new stuff. Okay, so somebody is waiting for us. Troll sightings. Bands of marauding trolls have been seen throughout the region. The people are frightened and beg for protection. This is a problem. We're gonna send Mr. Rigongar with a 90% chance to win. And the Enchanted Wind is an opportunity. I can give it to Jubilost. Sure, so do that. Do that. And let's check out our visitor. Okay, so this is based on the Ancient Curse quest. Your Grace, we are victorious. We fought off the spider invasion and defeated the strange dryad who led them. As a sign of gratitude, your subjects have a special reward for you. Some money. I wonder, was this flood of spiders truly caused by that curse? I mean, the curse might be ancient and very ominous. The spiders were definitely scary as well, but they weren't ancient and ominous. I agree with Lindsay. This does seem strange. Seems more like the plot of an insane dryad than the true curse. Then how can we explain the dismal atmosphere on the bald hilltop? The pressure both of us felt there, Jod. Maybe the curse drove the poor dryad insane, causing her to lead this spider invasion into the Barony? Tristian shakes his head incredulously. In any case, I have alarming news. As soon as the spider invasion was over, I visited the bald hilltop again. It's grown quiet once more, and just as gloomy as before. I don't think the curse is broken, just laying low, like a monster that rests before it feeds again. Okay, and how much time do we have? Oh, a fair amount. I'd say half a year or even more. Now that the bald hilltop is quiet again, I can barely feel its evil will. I'm sure we will have enough time to prepare for the next attack. So yeah, you have a lot of time. I want to deal with this problem once and for all. What do you recommend? Yes, let's level the bald hilltop to the ground and put it into the curse. I doubt we'll be able to defeat it in such a straightforward fashion. The heart of the curse is undoubtedly centered on the bald hilltop, but the spiders appeared all throughout the Barony. I don't think we are going to do any damage to the curse by destroying the hilltop. I would expect exactly the opposite. We'd only provoke it into attacking again, immediately on the heels of the last. No. The best we can do for now is make sure we're prepared for the next attack. Don't be such a pessimist, Tristian. We might truly be able to overcome the curse, but only by studying it thoroughly. Your Grace, I will gather all the information available on this situation and get to work. Okay, so now we have a new event, Research into the Nature of Curses, Bald Hilltop. Well, let's prepare for the next attack. Tristian nods. Very wise. If only we knew more about the curse, we might figure out some way to fight it. Lindsay frowns. I don't understand. I spoke to the locals, they never had any spider invasions before, and nothing ever happened on the Bald Hilltop either. Now both spiders and the curse, right when the new barony appeared in the stolen lands. All of this seems highly coincidental. Okay, thank you my friends. So this will set in motion the next step of the ancient curse. Yeah, so now this one is done. We now have an ancient curse part 2. We have 192 days to prepare ourselves for it. Just remember, at the 14-day mark, make sure to go for it. increase the rank of the Barony's stats 5 times, and unlock any secondary set of your Barony. These just take time to obtain. No need to worry too much about this. So this is a success, and we have this new project. Now, I will be honest, I believe that there is a way to get some additional end-game slides or something like that if you investigate pretty much all of the curses. I've never really done it. The reason why I don't usually do it is because it takes so long to complete. Having somebody stuck in this event for 60 days means that they cannot do other things in the meantime. You cannot work on events, stuff like that. So it's sometimes a little bit strange. But given that I'm doing the videos, I guess I might as well try it. If it's feasible, I will try to go for it. If not, then we'll just move on. So researching into the nature of the curses, Bald Hilltop, I'll focus on these and not worry so much on others such as this one here. It will cost 100 build points, require 60 days, and it will give me +2 Divine and +2 to Arcane. So, there you go. And we are done with our events. Time to get moving, my friends. So, we are going to start working on the quests for the trolls. And for that, we have now changed up our party. We have Jubilost instead of Octavia. And we have this Ruined Watchtower to explore here. This will not be going just yet. So, Tranquil River Bends. I haven't been here yet. This is for the DLC. And I believe that's all we have right now. Let me just double check this. So find more about the trolls. And to do this, I think we have to go around the Gnarl Marshes and... yeah, according to Keston, the troll is located somewhere in the Gnarl Marshes. So we basically explore, and Jubilost also wants to locate the ancient outposts. So we're gonna go over here. We have an overgrown pool. And this one, I think it's safe to explore without having to worry too much about buffs.
Yes.
I will arrange his spell bar though. I usually put the bombs over here. Kitty. Mutagen can go over there. And in terms of spells, let me see. You can take that, this, and then Barkskin. And for you, before I forget once more, what do I want to do here actually? Well, I'll just have to put them over here. So the aura can go over there. Stuff that I don't use that much can go over there. This is just me organizing my bars, by the way. It takes a little bit sometimes. So you can come over here. You can go over here as well, and you can come over here. Alright. So we're gonna have a discussion here, which hopefully we can influence. So take a long blessing of the faithful and sing.
I can see my destination.
Corax. Kinda like from Baldur's Gate 1. A group of hardy people with axes, most likely lumberjacks, are menacing a fragile nixie. Two lumberjacks stand before her, relaxed and disconnected. The lead lumberjack shakes his fist at the nixie and yells, "Let them go, you swamp freak! If you don't, I'll burn this rotten grove to the ground, on my word!" Melians. You're the freaks, and my name is Melians. Thank you very much. If you keep being rude like this, I'll just drown these jumbos in the lake, understand? Noticing you, the lead lumberjack grins and waves. You there, you seem a capable sort. Interested in some coin? Name's Korax, and we're loggers here in this forest. We could use your help in freeing our people from this Gorgon's claws. Let's just slaughter them all and be done with it. No. What's going on here? We were minding our own business, cutting trees and splitting logs, when this hag shows up out of nowhere, screeches at us, then jinxes two of ours and threatens to drown them. With these fae breathing like rabbits everywhere, what's an honest, hard-working man to do? Stupid Jumbo, you're the ones who breed like rabbits, spreading into more and more space. We've lived here since forever. I've grown these trees for more than 100 years, know them down to the tiniest leaf, and then you show up with your stupid axes to ruin everything. So let's see what are our options. We can have chaotic good and say let them go. We can try to reason with the loggers, which seems like the option I'm gonna go for, so listen to me, people. The loggers exchange glances, holding their hands on their axes. And now we have a knowledge world option, diplomacy, or also intimidate. I think I'm gonna try and go for diplomacy. Quarreling with fae is more trouble than it's worth. You've no idea how powerful and thin-skinned they can be. And this is a 22 check, we have plus 19, so it's even better than the knowledge world check. So yeah, let's go for this one. We have succeeded. The lumberjack looks at the nixie with suspicion. Melians makes a scary face as she stretches her webbed hands out toward Korax, wiggling her fingers. Ooh! Alright. It's not like we were dead set on this grove in the first place. If she gives us back our people, we'll leave the place in peace. On my word. Melians, they'll leave this place and never return. Please release the hostages now. Oh, sure. And who's gonna bring my trees back then? They come in here, smash everything in sight and then just leave? No deal. Fix what you broke, then maybe I'll let them go. You're starting to complicate things, woman. We have Intimidate 25. And I do want to try and go for the checks. Think of your situation, Melians. These people are willing to live in peace. Asking for much more could prove dangerous. Nice. The nixie pouts her lips. You mean stinky, stupid jumbos? Bug off! Sobbing, the fae dives into the lake. Okay, so quest completed peacefully. There we go.
I am your shield.
Do you want to give me a reward, maybe? Well, thank you kindly. I was already thinking that there was going to be blood. I believe I was promised compensation for my efforts. I never go back on my word. Take this. Thank you for helping us. So, 400 gold coins and 45 experience. Takes care of this situation. Not a lot, but it's a little bit, I suppose. I know we're gonna have some enemies down here. Yeah, these dire wolves. Level 5 animals, AC 20. It's not very threatening.
I will guide.
It can still be annoying, mind you. Yeah, AC 24. Okay.
I am yours to command.
I don't think I want to bother with buffing, and I feel like we can deal with this. So, we are simply going to attack these guys. I will sing, and we're all going to charge them. You two don't. You two do not charge. Just go. You can activate this, and then you three start shooting. Actually, you can toss a bomb. Damn. Okay. That was quick. That was indeed quick. Potion of bark skin. Nice. And we have to leave from the top side. I don't know why, but any items over here? Nope. So we will continue making our way into the next area. Okay, we can cross right here. Ah, man. We just got fatigue. Okay, whatever. Let's manage this then. I could actually have Mr. Jubilost cooking here, but I still value stealth more than cooking. So I will leave it at this. And begin resting. But my stealth score is actually quite low, so I am a little bit concerned about that. Let's go in here. Alright. So this area is gonna have a lot of combat encounters. We want to make sure that we don't kill ourselves.
There are many roads to success.
Okay, take that. And as preparation, I'm gonna have to redo my buffs here because we no longer have Octavia. So this one I'm going to delete. Well, I'm gonna delete them both actually. So we're gonna have to come back over here, start recording, and we're gonna go again for long duration buffs. So close here. Take off your lovely armor. And start buffing. So remove fear. I will want heroism on only 2 people because I want to at least have 1 mirror image. So like this and like that. That's done. You don't have any long duration spells actually, so you are fine as you are. With the... never mind. You do have them. So mage armor, and mage armor. Moving on to you, you are fine. I can also just put some of your level 2 spells here before I forget.
I will not falter.
Cordampina. This lasts for a full hour, so give us delay poison communal. Perfect. And that's essentially it. Mage armor. And... oh right, we have all this now. So bark skin, bark skin, bark skin, and bark skin. Okay, that's it for our long duration spells, so we can now just save the queue, go over here, reload the data, and save. That's done. Okay, so now we are safer in our exploration. In terms of formation, this is actually fine. I can even do something like this. Okay. Oh look, a doggy. Woof woof. What are you taking, Mr. Dog? Woof. Woof woof. Oh. He leads us into Mr. Ekundayo. Following the strange wolf, you climb the top of a hill. There you see a black-skinned man sitting under a spreading bush. The wolf runs up to him and sits near, whimpering. Let me actually do something here before I forget. Or, never mind, I forgot to... damn it. I forgot to turn this back on, but okay, for this point it's fine.
Whom you brought? Get lost, dog. You're not needed here.
He raises his arm as if to hit the wolf, but the animal doesn't even try to dodge, still whining. The man's hand goes down, never finishing the blow. The man staggers to his feet and you notice there's blood soaking the right side of his leather leggings. He's very tall and rather lanky. While he stands before you leaning on his bow, his hurt leg trembles slightly, and the right side of his leggings darkens again with fresh bleeding. Nevertheless, the man doesn't reveal his pain, except for a strained jaw and heavy gaze.
Ekundayo.
The man says, looking straight into your eyes. I'm Cordamt, I'm the Baron of these lands, nice to meet you.
Ekon for decent ones. Are you decent?
I think so. You're bleeding, we need to patch you up.
Patched up already. This wound isn't the deadliest.
You're not local, are you?
The name gave it up. Or my skin color. Yes. Bred and nourished up away from here.
Why is your wolf whining?
Not mine.
Okay, then yes, I am a friend. So what are you doing here?
Sitting. Waiting. Hunting.
Who? Can I help you?
Lured your curiosity. Saves me right. We'll start again. The name's Ekondayo. Ekon for decent ones. Used to be a carpenter in the Bristle Hill village. Trolls attacked. Killed everyone but me. We'll show them that was a mistake.
He does speak very low, by the way.
They all deserve death. Kargad most of all. Rock Troll. He led them.
How did you get wounded?
I've been hunting trolls until they have hunted back. The wound can't stop the hunting, just slows it down.
And how can a mere carpenter be chasing trolls effectively?
You were not always a baron. Here, I was not always a carpenter. Nothing to lose anymore.
Did you know that local trolls are not afraid of fire now?
No, didn't. Fire arrows couldn't murder them. Now I know the reason. Had no chance here. Can see it now.
And why are you sitting on this hill?
Troll feet often followed this path. Can't hunt them anymore. That's why I wait. They will come here eventually.
Okay, well, I'm hunting the trolls too. Would you like to join our efforts? Ekon's face gets a trifle calmer. You can see he's glad to hear your offer.
We'll mark on your map all the places where troll feet tread the land. Troll's lair must be somewhere nearby.
And we can see here that he's marked a couple of very relevant places. The dwarven ruins we were looking for, a cobalt trail and a troll clearing.
The spirit is strong, but the body falters. We'll follow you wherever you need, but this wound must be tended by healers in the capital. Don't want to burden. One more thing, before we go. Troll feet tread this path often. Would like to stay here until they appear.
Okay, so right now I'm just gonna exhaust some more of his dialogue, which I don't think is very relevant, but it's just the backstory of the character. So before we go, I'd like to ask you some questions.
You have my respect, but the answers shall be postponed. Swear by Torag the time for question will come after Kargad's last breath is drawn.
So yeah, I'm just gonna go through these. Okay.
No, an answer was promised.
That was quick. Only one question was available. So let's stay in ambush. This is a great place for an ambush. Let's wait.
After
And we have Mr. Ekundayo as a potential companion. Now, I was actually thinking if I should take him or not, but I do like having him. And the biggest problem of what just happened is that since these 3 hours went by, all of our buffs are gone. Or most of our buffs are gone, I should say. But I will remove Amiri and I will bring in Ekundayo. And let's see what we can do here. Yeah, because the game did not rest us. So let me see this guy. So I could give him another point in Ranger right now for a combat style feat. This could give me... Well, first of all, sorry, let me just back up. I'm getting ahead of myself. So who is Ekundayo? Ekundayo is a lawful good human ranger. He loves attacking with his bow. He has very good scores. He has 20 dexterity, 16 strength, 14 constitution. So he's very well done for a pre-made character. And I forgot to give you this again. And let's look at what he currently has. I can even do this here. So he has point blank shot. He has precise shot, again, the mandatory ones for shooting from afar. Weapon focused longbow. Boon companion, because he also has his companion, the wolf. He took rapid shot, which is very good. He took endurance, which is nice. His favorite terrain is forest. It doesn't really make much of a difference. I've never really bothered too much with the favorite terrain, but whatever. Here we're gonna get favorite enemy magical beasts, or he got it at least, and favorite enemy giant humanoids. So the same thing. He has a thing for trolls. He seeks vengeance, so his favorite enemy are giant humanoids. If I give him one more point in Ranger, what can we get? And also, another reason why I like having Ekundayo, at least for right now, is that this guy is going to give us a lot of stealth, which is quite handy. He has a lot of mobility as well. And, you know, perception, nature, all of these things are very useful, and it's not something that I have a lot of in my other characters, especially the stealth and mobility. And I can give him some athletics as well, because there's nothing else really that I'm very interested in. So this seems fine to me. And we can go for a combat style of archery, and we can go for many shot. What many shot does is, when making a full attack with the bow, your first attack fires 2 arrows. If the attack hits, both arrows hit. Apply precision-based damage as a sneak attack and critical hit damage only once for this attack. Damage bonus from using a composite bow with a high strength bonus apply to each arrow, as do other damage bonuses such as a ranger's favorite enemy bonus. Damage reduction and resistance apply separately to each arrow. So it's just a very good thing to have. Point blank master, don't need it. Improved precise shot, don't really care for it right now. Many shot is the clear top contender here. My other choices, just to also show these here, we're going to be a Magus Eldritch Archer. And the reason why this is cool for Ekundayo, even though it might not make sense lore-wise for him, is that on level 2, you get ranged spell strike. So at second level, whenever an Eldritch Archer casts a spell that calls for a ranged attack, she can deliver the spell through a ranged weapon she wields as part of a ranged attack. Instead of the free ranged attack normally allowed to deliver the spell, an Eldritch Archer can make one free ranged attack with a ranged weapon at the highest base attack bonus as part of casting this spell. So what this means, and it might not be very obvious by reading the description, is not only can you deliver a ranged ranged touch attack spell with a ranged attack, it will actually also give you a free attack. In order to do this, you need to activate something from the Magus list, which will give you a penalty to your shots, but I think it's a worthwhile trade-off. Although for right now, I think I benefit more from having many shots. This is what I like having. And that's his level up done. Now, trolls, they may look like big doofuses, right? But they are actually quite dangerous. They have 25 strength, they have 22 AC, they have regeneration. So it's not very smart to try and go up against them without being properly protected. So we are going to have a rest here. By the way, do you have spells prepared? Yes, you do. So as a ranger, he also gets some spells. In this case, he comes with Aspect of the Falcon and Long Strider memorized. I don't particularly like this one, so I take this one out. And Aspect of the Falcon will give us a +3 competence bonus on perception checks, a +1 competence bonus on range attacks, and the critical multiplier for your bows and crossbows becomes 1920 times 3. So this is a very good thing to have. And then I could go for like Acid Maw for the pet. So this way, every time the pet deals damage, it also deals 1d4 points of acid damage, which is actually very cool, given we're going to be fighting trolls. Or you can also pick Hurricane Bow. This will just mean that all of your shots are going to deal 2d6 points of damage instead of 1d8 points of damage. I think I don't usually try Acid Maw. I will try Acid Maw. I think it's a cool thing to have here. And guess what? We're gonna have to redo our buffs again. Let's manage this. So you can go for cooking now, and you can go for stealth. We have 18 stealth right now. Your perception is crap. Yes. So again, no cooking. Let's just get ourselves protected. Rest here. Okay, good. He got healed up. Oh, Valerie is trying in vain to fasten one of the many buckles on her armor. It appears that the clasp is completely stuck. Let's try to fix her buckle. Without saying a word, you reach for the buckle on Valerie's armor. At first, the girl watches you, baffled, then pulls away annoyed. I'd appreciate it if you kept your hands to yourself, Cordant. I just wanted to help. Did you? It's a pity you didn't deem it appropriate to offer your assistance first. Valerie cast an apprehensive look at you. I've received unsolicited care often enough to know when someone is being patronizing. Don't try my patience, please. The girl fixes her buckle and turns away. Maybe we should have asked before we tried to help. Fair enough, Valerie, fair enough. And what does our friend come with? Let's look here. He has a +1 longbow. He has leather armor. And pretty much nothing else. So, if I want to give him an improvement, we have leather armor +2. Sold. What else? We are gonna swap some things around here. Mr. Jubilost, this is more important for Ekundayo than it is for you. So take agility, oops. Take mobility. And I feel like that's what we want. And in terms of the bow, let me see. This one is basically the same thing. Composite +1, yeah, it's the same thing. Okay, so you have your stuff. And my apologies, but we're gonna have to do this again. So let's take this out. It's gonna happen a few times. So cancel and clear. Q, long duration. And delete Q. Q recording. Start recording.
I'm listening.
So again, take off your armor. Protection from fear. And now I'm gonna give heroism to Rigongar and Ekundayo. That's all I want out of you.
Any fun to be had?
Mage armor for Cordampina, Mr. Doggy, and Mr. Leopard. And that's all of the long duration spells. You have nothing here really. And this is all fine.
Let us not hesitate.
Delay poison communal. And not much else. I want this. And you will want to distribute bark skins. Done. Queues. Reload. Save. Close. And I want to check my formation. Because the Wolfie is not actually as tanky as the Leopard. So I'm gonna keep him over here near to Rigongar. And if you compare them, we can see that he has 33 AC right now with all buffs. And, well, actually it's not much of a difference, honestly. I thought it was gonna be more. Six from tough skin. 3 from tough skin, but he gets more from dexterity. Okay. So a doggy is also quite nice. But also leopard level 5 and his dog level 6. Okay, yeah. Because she hasn't leveled up yet. Forgot about that. Okay. So our long duration spells are done. And we are going to be fighting these dangerous trolls. So we are also going to go for medium duration buffs. A lot of buffing, I am sorry, but this needs to be done. So cancel and clear that one, and we're gonna start recording the medium duration buffs.
Here.
And for those, we want mirror image, expeditious retreat. Okay, that's done. You will want shield. Mirror image, blood on yourself, blood on Valerie, and blood on our leopard. And you will want to increase your size. You will want to cast Aspect of the Falcon and Acid Maw. Oh, it's on his animal companion specifically. Okay.
Together we
You will want a Bless, Archon's Aura, give him Strength, Magic Fang on the Leopard, Shield of Faith on the Leopard, Shield of Faith on the dog. That's done.
I'm up for an adventure.
You can become a little bit smaller.
My skills
You can become a little bit smaller as well. Yeah, so it does take a while here, but every time now we're gonna have our mod doing this for us. Shields. Mr. Doggy. Mr. Leopard. Mr. I suppose I can just save them. I can just save them. And you also have this, let's not forget. And this. So, shield, mirror image. And now that's all of our buffs done for the medium duration ones. A lot of them, as you can see. Save the queue. Queues, reload, save, close. Alrighty. Drink that. Drink that. And we are good to go. So, again, these trolls are no joke. So do not go for them like thinking they're a free kill. We have a troll and we have a branded troll. So the main thing about these trolls that's different from the typical troll is that branded trolls have protection from fire. I think they're basically immune to fire, I think. They also have power attack, reckless stance, all that stuff. And what they also have is they have regeneration, which means that they heal for 5 hit points, I believe, every single round. And in order to remove the regeneration, you need to hit them with acid or fire. In the case of the branded trolls, I'm thinking that fire is not going to work. And the other thing to mention, before I forget, not only will this remove regeneration, but you actually have to hit them with one of these effects in order to kill them. Because otherwise they will just stay on the ground taking damage and they will not die. So, to facilitate this, what we can do is use our cantrip, Acid Splash, from our main character. And we also have some acid bombs on Mr. Jubilost to help finish them off. That's also why I gave our doggy Acid Maw. It's also going to contribute. And that's basically it.
I am yours to command.
So, we're going to sing and charge. So Mr. Leopard can't go for that one, but he can go for that one. Oh, and Mr. Doggy, let's not forget. Fight defensively and charge. And you don't charge. And use this. And you four can shoot. Okay, 3 enemies here. Okay, doing good, doing good. Yeah, so this guy died because he took acid damage from the acid maw of the doggy. Okay, doing good. Dead. And also dead. Okay, a first fight. Well done. They had some loot. Someone's gnawed bones gleam in the bushes. And again, since we have some short duration buffs, as usual, I like to try and make the most out of them. So I just run around, trying to pick up as many fights as possible before I have another rest. We also picked up a amulet of natural armor. I could give it to her, sure. But since she already has bark skin, she doesn't really need it. And also Eyes of the Eagle, let me see. She has 9 perception versus 17, so you take this. Game. Thank you. And natural armor can go for you. Okay. Let's see what we can still do before we finish up the episode. Nothing over there.
Without a doubt.
Okay, let's not have Cordon Pina in the front, please. We have bandits. What kind of bandits do we have? It's not just that one, is it? Nope, another one over there. I'm just trying to see if I can find like a spellcaster or something like that. So
Don't hesitate.
we can actually charge right in and also be in a position to attack of opportunity this guy. So go for that. Mr. Leopard, go for that. Mr. Doggy, go for that.
I will protect.
You four, shoot him.
Made your choice.
And you...
For entertainment.
I don't really want you to charge. So just go after that one.
Stand with me.
Okay, he went down, he got tripped, nice. And this should be a simple fight. Good. Very good. Oh! Cordon Pina leveled up, yay! What have we here? A two-bladed sword, which we never use. But we can sell. And we can continue looking over here, see what we can find. Some ferocious wolves. We can take care of these. There's a couple of them.
I am your shield.
And I'm thinking about doing something like Valerie over there, Leopard over here, Doggy over there, you over there. And shoot them.
It comes to this.
Time for fun.
Right, well, that's a lovely charge. Nice. Ekundayo is also quite accurate, given that he has a lot of dexterity, which is really cool. And I think this is where I'm gonna stop our episode here. I forgot to pick up some mushrooms, but I'll leave them for later, I think. We're gonna stop the episode here. In the next one, we are gonna start by leveling up Cordon Pina, because I want her to be at the top of her potential, and we are going to continue clearing out this map. I will leave picking up stuff like loot and mushrooms and all that for later, because again, I want to try and maximize the buffs that I have on, to try and avoid resting as much as possible. So yeah, I basically have 3 minutes to run around and do something. But yeah, this will be it for this episode, my friends. We picked up Mr. Ekundayo and his friend Mr. Doggy. He's gonna be traveling with us for a little while, at least until we finish up... Well, I don't want to spoil it. But since he's good against trolls and it makes sense for his, you know, for his backstory of revenge versus trolls, I like having them for those quests. But a little bit later than that, I think he's gonna get dropped, depending on what I want to do. As usual, any questions, suggestions, anything like that, leave a comment below. If you are enjoying the content, consider subscribing for more, many more videos coming soon, and I hope to see you all in the next episode. Until then, stay safe everyone.